Hello everyone, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about function overloads, or overloading functions, however you want to say that word. I got a little demo set up for you. So we have our basic function, print my int. So let's go take a look at that real quick. Here we're simply taking an integer that we're passed and we're going to print that out, right? So we just have our int value. I have a little something here. We're defaulting to 0, but you can see that's what we're doing with that. And that's just a basic function, right? If you're familiar with functions, it's just a nice simple example for you that's useful as well. So here we have overloaded functions. Okay, so what's overloading? So overloading is taking a function by the same name, but it accepts different data types. So it has a slightly different signature here, right? And so what you can do is you can pass in different types of data and you define your function and you basically can get the same result or similar results. You can handle those data types however you'd like, but you only have to call the one name. You don't have to remember, multiple names, and it's like add my int or add my float, etc. So you just say add me. Make sense? Okay, so let's do a couple examples here. Let's say add me, and we'll do int 1 and int 2. So as you call that, you see it's happy there. We'll call this, or run this, I guess, and it will call this function. Int 1 and int 2. So we're passing these two ints, which matches this signature, which is defined down below. And we can see this is int plus int. It just knows. It figures that out for you. Isn't that cool? Okay. And so get rid of that, and let's change this out to F1. Okay, so this is a float. So floating point value. Good old pi. Pretty lame version of pi, but pi nonetheless. Okay, so let's run this, and what do we see? Int and float. So simply changing this, the system knows now to call the add me that's defined with this signature. It knows you're passing an int and a float. So great, right? We just call the same thing, we just pass a different data type, and it knows how to handle that for us, okay? And so let's try something, let me do that. Let's do something like this. D1 and F1. So D1 is a double and F1 is a float, but it's complaining. It does not know what that is. Why? Because we do not have a signature defined up here that suits that. So we have two doubles and two floats, and we have ints and floats, but we do not have a double and a float together. So it's complaining. So that's to illustrate the fact that you can't just throw anything at it. You have to have a signature defined for this overloading, but as many as you'd like to define, you can do so. So if we change that to a double, you got double your refreshment. What are we doing here? Oh, I see. Silly me, I was not setting the result. What a goof. Alright, let's see some numbers here. There we go. Now you can see it's actually doing something. Let's go back to these and do the same. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's get us a number. Uh-oh. Gotta know how to type. Alright, let's try that again. And there we go. So I'm not pulling your chain. It's actually doing what I'm expecting it to do here. And we'll try the int to int. There we go. So you see we got some different numbers here. Okay, so that's the gist of it, right? So we have all these various things, all with the same name but a different signature. So that's how you can overload a thing. And everything is returning an int. So I believe ints, in this case, you could have a different return type, but this part of the signature is what matters, not this part. So you could return something different if you'd like, but Anyhow, that's all I wanted to cover. Just kind of introduction to overloading, what it is, how it works. Hopefully that shows how it might be useful. You can make a, something that, like a simple calculator, you can pass in any numeric type and have it work with the same method, add, that kind of thing. So hopefully you guys learned something, enjoyed some of this, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See you later.